Hi there, my name is Michael Perryman, and I am here today to talk a little bit about my experience with Dr. Ninyala. To kind of give a little bit of a brief background, back in 2008, it's now 2020, I came down with some serious medical conditions that were at first seeming pretty minor and not too severe. However, after going to many different specialists, no one was able to figure out what was going on. Essentially, I had some fungus and I ended up developing staph infection inside my nose. Those led to many other conditions where after many rounds of antibiotics, I ended up developing a mild case of cirrhosis of the liver, ended up with hyperportal tension. The list goes on to many other things, from Schomburg's disease to low platelet counts to the diabetes got worse. And a lot of these things were just kind of compounding on each other. And doctors were trying to all these traditional medicines, and nothing seemed to be helping. I had many surgeries on my nose to clear out polyps, to clear out the fungus and the infection. Within weeks, it would just come right back. And so eventually my ENT doctor said, "You need someone bigger than me," sent me to another doctor who ended up kind of doing a lot of the same thing. Had a 5-hour surgery on my nose. He cut out all my sinuses essentially. And within 2 weeks of that surgery, my nose was completely filled back up with fungus and with staph infection. Since then, I've had the chills, low energies. My metabolism is probably not even in the positive range at this point. And it got to a point to where I finally was just thinking outside the box with me and my wife, and I said, "Man, I need to look at something else. I need to think outside the box here." And came across Dr. Ninyala. I've known her for a while, but I started talking to her about my condition and how she might be able to help. She was telling me a little bit about this ozone therapy that she's been doing, and there's different ways that she administers that therapy, everything from a pod to rectal to squirting it up the nose. There's many different ways to distribute that, but she said for me, and especially with the liver, since I have end-stage liver disease, it's stage 4 cirrhosis. I am over at the liver transplant center. I'm not on the transplant list yet, but because my condition was pretty severe there, she said, "Hey, and just really out of the kindness of her heart, I mean, she just said, "Man, I want to help you." And she just took everything that I told her. We sat down and she said, "This is going to be the plan." And about maybe just over a month ago, she just started having me come in on a day-to-day basis. And at first it was pretty intense. It was, for me, my stomach is a weak point for me, so I got a lot of stomach cramping and those type things. But she was very aware of those things, and she would always do it within pain tolerances. And eventually it got to a point to where I was able to handle more and more, and so she was administering more and more. And at the same time, I was still seeing my regular ENT doctor, who every time I go in sticks a camera and other things up my nose, just to make sure that things are going well. Well, after about maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks of seeing Dr. Ninyala every other day and fighting this fungus and this staph infection since 2008, my ENT doctor had said, "Man, stuck it up there, and one of my sinuses up behind my right eye, kind of up in the back of my head, was completely normal. All healthy tissue, all healthy, no infection, no fungus, nothing." Now, there was other parts of my sinus that were still infected, but just after a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks at tops of doing this therapy, that was a huge change for me. I've also noticed that my energy levels are starting to come up. my skin tone, everyone. I don't really see it a whole lot because I look at myself every day, but other people tell me that, man, your skin looks great. My wife is telling me it's looking a lot better. And it's just been amazing, the changes that I'm seeing. And, you know, in about another 2 weeks, I know Dr. Ninyala wants to retest some blood work and do some labs. And at that point, I'm really hoping to see how my liver function has changed. Has it made improvements? Is it still the same? What's really going on there? But I'm really excited. I'm excited about this treatment that Dr. Ninyala has going on. And for me personally, it has helped me 100%. And to anyone that's looking to do any kind of treatment, whether it be, and think outside the box when it comes to some of this thing, kind of go a little bit more natural, things that are not going to hurt the body. Antibiotics, as we all know, just are damaging to your body. I personally can attest to that because I got cirrhosis of the liver because I was on so many antibiotics. And so it's been a huge lifesaver for me. I'm hoping that obviously things continue to improve, but Dr. Ninyala is just a very caring, very professional individual, and she's taken it out of her generosity and just caring for me and my family so that I can be around for them to help treat me and to expose me to this therapy. And it's been great. So I highly recommend her and Ozone Therapy to anyone that's looking to kind of think outside the box and get some treatment with whatever condition you might be dealing with. And for what I hear, it affects not just things with the liver or fungus, but it can help with bacteria, it can help with skin issues, it can help with all kinds of stuff. So again, highly recommend it.